Welcome, everybody, to the Detroit Cast. Mike and Jay. Shalom, Biggie. Hello, Jay.
Hi, guys.
How are you, my friend?
Quite well.
Very good, very good.
Yeah.
Beautiful day out.
Indeed.
I love it when the sun's shining, flowers are blooming, blossoming. Is it blooming or blossoming?
I don't know, man. I think they bloom, and I think trees blossom, maybe.
Really? I knew there was a distinction, but I didn't know what it was.
I think that's it.
Yeah, well, both are taking place, except those goddamn cottonwoods.
Ah, yeah, they're
You know,
coming, man. Your
fuck.
property's full of them, and it gets a little messy.
It's not my property. It's goddamn Juan's property. Juan is the problem.
Juan's done a decent job of cleaning up his woods over there, though. I've seen him out there recently. I've run into him a few times. He gets a big smile on his face when he sees you. He lights up.
Well, he had the 20 people that were working on over there all the time, and we've speculated they stormed out, they quit, they're buried in the backyard.
Whatever.
We don't know. We're not going to ask. So he might be starved for a little wave, a little smile, a wink here and there, because I drive by and it's like, I want to do the wave, but I don't want to stop. I don't.
But you agree, right? He lights up when he sees you, kind of
like a Christmas tree.
Yeah.
I mean, it is. Yeah, it's like nothing you've ever seen.
There's
before.
an overt physical move toward you as he. Okay.
There's
Gotta
no
get in my car.
sneaking by.
Gotta get in my car.
Yeah, you can't sneak by that. And you're what?
With all the work he does, and it appears that he's retired. I guess I don't
know what he is.
I don't know.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot of unanswered questions.
I just wonder. I've just started wondering, what does he do he's out sometimes very late. I mean, we've been here before and Sunday night, and
you can't
it's dark.
bury bodies in the daylight.
I understand that, but I'm saying, what does he even do when he's actually in the house?
No
I wonder.
idea, man.
I wonder, does he
sits there going, when can I go back outside and just rake?
right?
Can I
Doesn't
go
even
rake?
sleep.
I
Just
need to
stares
rake.
at the windows, just
Yeah.
Yeah, he literally has a wooded area here, kind of off the road,
Yeah.
and protecting his property. They're huge trees, and it's the type of area anyone would just leave and let leaves stay there.
Oh yeah, you
Just
would
hit the ground,
woods.
whatever.
Would you rake
it would be the woods.
Yeah, rake
one
the woods
one would
behind your
consider
house?
it the woods. Not Juan.
No.
Juan gets under there and he rakes it out. It looks fantastic, but
It's
unnecessary.
I take issue with it because he rakes as they're falling. Like he's climbing trees and pulling leaves off to bag them. You know what I mean? It's like
He's holding up a hefty bag and they're falling in.
He's just catching them all. It's like, dude, just wait till they all fall and then deal with it. But that's his jam, man.
his
You
thing,
know what I
man.
mean? Like your old man loved getting that bulky headset on.
Yeah.
Putting his skin sweater on.
Yeah,
taking his shirt off.
Yep.
And mowing the lawn.
That's right. It was his escape.
He'd have those headphones on, wireless, and he'd listen to the Tiger game.
I realize now, as a dad, that he was completely escaping from the family. No question about it.
Have to do the yard.
I've been by Jay and Derek's, 4 times this week, and he's been mowing the lawn 4 times this week. It's
Or
weird.
some other project, how they're digging something.
Oh yeah, he'd have the easel horses out there, so he's sawing wood and shit.
For what? Who knows?
He would
Who
move
knows?
plants around the property all the time. It's like, I got to put some hostas over here.
Yeah,
And
anything to get out of just being in the house, he
all
just
weekend long, he'd be out there.
Yep, he loved it. Loved it, and that's what Juan does. Juan is itching to get the fuck out of the house. Why aren't those people just woodsmen? Just what are you doing? Why do you even need a house?
Well, I think in a prior day, maybe they would be, right?
Yeah.
But here we are in this day and age, and
Yeah, maybe.
it's in their DNA.
Yeah, it is. Have you guys been watching much TV lately or anything? Because I ran into a thing where the remotes for my PS4 died and they won't come back now.
Oh, no.
And so I lost Netflix and Hulu and everything for a couple weeks. It's been this weird thing where it's like, I'm gonna watch
That wouldn't have
Netflix.
stood in my world. In my circle, there's no way that would have stood.
Well, I went and got a remote, for it, and I haven't figured out exactly right. It sort of does it, but not really. It's not perfect. So my point is, I haven't really been on Netflix in a while, and I'm like, I know I'm missing good shit. I hear really good stuff about Chernobyl.
Oh,
Is that
yeah.
HBO?
I should. That's HBO though. Yeah.
Yeah, but HBO Go is where I'll usually go to.
For sure.
To watch that stuff. So all those apps are on the TV, but I can't get to them right now.
There's always good stuff.
Yeah, I know. Have you guys found anything good?
I don't have cable, as you know. I
You don't
have
have a cable bill.
Well, here's the thing, too. My YouTube TV thing died. I guess I was on a 3-month plan,
What, you thought it
like
was
an
just
intro
free?
plan?
Like you'd buy it for
No,
50
man,
bucks
I
and
paid
then-
like $30 a month, and apparently that was my introductory price. They jacked it to like 50.
Of course.
And now I'm really thinking like, oh man,
$50. That's fair though, dude. I pay like
is
200.
this really worth it? And then I think, oh, the beautiful game.
Yeah, you
I
love
see
the soccer.
See so many games on there that I wouldn't otherwise see. So I'm gonna pay it this month. We'll see. It's a month to month.
It's your month to month with them. They're on trial with you now.
Yeah, but all I've watched is the beautiful game. That's all I've had time to
Yeah.
grab.
I started watching is it PBS that was doing that doing that series like 6 episodes or something on UFOs.
Oh, I don't know.
And
I would watch it if I knew, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with it. With what
well,
you're talking
you
about.
would love it, Eve.
I'm sure I
because
would.
I've had this story for a while now, and it's called Unidentified: Inside America's UFO Investigations, and they've got these like lieutenants and pilots, that have seen these objects, and they're crazy. And it turns out, finally this morning I had to get up early, and so I had some extra time, and so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna watch that thing. I TiVo'd it or DVR'd it, and I started watching it. All of a sudden, there's fucking Tom DeLonge from Blink 182,
Really?
and it turns out this whole
Well, that's credible.
this whole fucking thing was put together by Tom DeLonge.
Oh man.
Like documentary or
They're
the whole thing
they're
that you're
filming it all.
Yeah.
But there's like these certain pilots. This guy was running this this one guy. What was his name? There's Lieutenant Graves and Acoin, and there's another guy. I can't remember what his name is, but he's the guy that was in charge of the secret program into UFO sightings and stuff. And there was this whole thing the Pentagon had with this secret program, and word leaked out. The New York Times had that story about it, and so word got out, and they had to admit, yeah, we've had this program going for a while. And this guy ends up quitting. The guy that was in charge of the whole thing, because he thinks it's too secretive and some of this should be public and blah 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 blah. So he quits. Tom DeLonge gets a hold of him, and
Of course he does.
And they Tom gets a hold of, like, he starts sniffing around and got into the upper channels of the fucking Pentagon, and like way up there. And these people, all of a sudden, Tom is the point guy for like these super fucking high end people. He's like, I play guitar in a rock band. I don't want to do that no more. I want to be a UFO guy. I know there's something going on. Can you help me? And these guys are like, senior corporal fucking blah, blah, blah. And they're like, okay, maybe. And it's like, yeah, I want you to talk to my friend so-and-so. And then it's like Lieutenant Graves and Lieutenant this. And it's like he had gone on his own and put together like a super team of like in-the-know motherfuckers.
Why he cares so? I mean, he's obviously obsessed, but I wonder why he cares so much. Like, he clearly does.
Dude, if he said there was only one thing other than music and bands that I gave a shit about my entire life, I was just fascinated by UFOs.
Yeah.
There had to be something out there.
I heard Travis Barker on, I think Rogan not too long ago, and he was like, oh yeah, Tom's always been into that. He's like, we'd be on the tour bus, and he'd just be looking out the window.
Yeah.
What was that? What was that?
Where are they?
Travis,
How annoying would that get?
He's like, it was cool for a little while, but then it just got to be like, okay, got it, man.
Yeah, but and it's always like, I always go back to, when they want to bury shit, it's like, oh yeah, 3-headed alien gives birth to fucking whatever, and it's on the cover of the Globe or the Inquirer. That's what you'd learn. You'd see some hillbilly in his backyard with a pitchfork. I saw something in the night sky, and
Right.
And it was just like nothing. But when it's like, yeah, here's the fucking commanding officer flying an FA, whatever those the super jets, the Super Hornet, and it's like, that's something. And there's 2 of them up there, and they're both locked on it. And apparently, when these jets got infrared capabilities, all of a sudden these things started appearing where they could see them. They couldn't see them with their eyes necessarily, but their radars are locked on them. And they're like, yeah, these things are not anything like we would normally see. There's no,
Just move in a way that can't physically happen with anything we build.
Well, and stuff like, yeah, it's going into hypersonic speeds that would just rip a human being apart. Like, your body couldn't sustain the movement that fast, and they're able to go up, down, in, out, underwater. Looks like a giant tic-tac. There's no fucking trails behind them. There's no smoke contrails or any of that stuff. And it's like, what is going on? They don't know, but there's just too many sightings and stuff. So I only watched the first episode, but Lieutenant Ryan Graves is like, these things would be out there all day. He's an FA-18 Super Hornet pilot. He's been with the Navy for 10 years, reported his sightings to the Pentagon and Congress. Keeping an aircraft in the air requires a significant amount of energy. With the speeds we observed, 12 hours in the air is 11 hours longer than we'd expect. So there was another Super Hornet pilot, had a near collision with one of these things. So these pilots are seeing this stuff, and they're like, maybe it's just over our, need to know level, and this is something the military's working on that we're not aware of. It's some drone technology, and they're doing training missions out here. But one of them, these two pilots are flying, and this fucker splits the middle of them, almost hits them, and they're like, okay, no chance the government would send them up, doing this sort of training with us up there. And they're, but they've got video of these guys. Like, what is that, man? What is that? And it's hard to deny. I mean, do you believe in?
He kind of said that. I mean, I think everyone, no offense, Jay's kind of said what he believes, and I believe.
Well, no, so. I don't know where Jay stands, because Jay doesn't think there's.
I like when you hear from people that would seem credible from inside the government, but this whole thing, Tom DeLonge producing, sorry, but
that doesn't.
He's not producing it. No, I'm right there.
You know what I mean?
And there's
like,
people going.
He's spearheading this. Like if it were anyone else, I'd be like, kind of less suspicious of it.
You know why that doesn't make me that suspicious? Honestly, is because if you took a person who, for whatever reason, which by the way fascinates me, when I said why does he care so much, that fascinates me in humans. Like for some reason, certain humans just have something. Like we're all different. And why did he grow up with this fascination of aliens?
But it's not just aliens too. He's big time into Sasquatch and stuff.
Okay.
Oh, is he?
See, that bums me out. Yeah, that was good. That changes. That changes what I was about to say.
He does.
He does.
Yeah.
Is he into Nessie?
I don't know.
That changes what I was about to say. What I was about to say is, if you took a person who, if he was good with his money and made all this money and doesn't have to work, and it was just like literally became like, this is my job now. I don't have to go to a job. I'm spending every day, all day looking for.
That's basically what he's
done. There's just a little bit of weirdness to him, though, specifically.
I get it. I get it.
I have trouble getting behind it.
I probably didn't explain it properly because this is not something that Tom DeLonge put together. PBS is doing this. The Pentagon had this little known program. It was kind of hidden. It was the Advanced Aerospace Threat Identification Program. And a guy named Luis Elizondo, he's a military intelligence officer. He ran the program until 2017. That's when he resigned. And so Tom DeLonge, some people are going, is Tom DeLonge like a pawn here? Is he being used? You're using his name and whatnot to get and this senior guy inside the Pentagon is like, no, Tom did this by himself. And, I don't even know how he got, probably because he's Tom DeLonge, but we first learned about it when the DNC was hacked.
Yeah, Podesta.
Contacted. Remember with his Dakota ring?
Yes, that crazy red ring.
Oh, God.
Yeah, DeLonge was all excited because Podesta was going to be on the inside, and he's on the same team.
Yeah, but they've got this back and forth like emails, and those were discovered in the leaked, in the WikiLeaks stuff.
Weird situation.
And it was like, why is Blink-182 guitarist talking to John Podesta? And, Tom said when he got in there with some of these guys and was like, I just need help, point me in a direction. I know something's going on, and this guy's like, fine, but nobody can know about this. You can't talk to anyone. Fine. And then it's all these emails come out.
Why would somebody dump like that? I don't know. I'm suspicious.
Well, he didn't put it together. They just said he just got to really powerful people. He somehow wormed his way into really powerful people, and then he started like introducing them to each other. It was like, who the fuck is this dude? Like, how did he make this happen where all these things are coming together? But he's not doing the PBS thing, and he's limited in it. You don't even see him until 40 minutes into the first hour or whatever.
They play a clip of all the small things.
They did.
Yeah? Did they really?
Yeah.
Come on, man.
They're like, you might know him from his previous
shirtless.
job. It's them in the
white
airport,
outfit.
in the airport hangar.
All the
small things.
Shit.
20th anniversary.
Like I
Saturday.
said, credibility.
Yeah.
See, that doesn't. The thing about that is that doesn't really. I don't even really care about Tom DeLonge's aspect in it. Like, I don't think that because Tom DeLonge says it, it means anything to me. But I do think, again, if you're talking about a guy who could just make calls all day long and weasel into something, then it's like, I don't know.
He's got enough namesake and power financially to be able to get up the ladder. You know what I mean? Like Tom DeLonge, Blink-182, that's a big enough band where, and if you listen to their lyrics, you can tell when Tom wrote a song. Boxcar Racer, that album.
Yeah.
Not Boxcar Racer is the name of the band, but it's got most of the Blink guys in it.
But like
Travis and him.
But my point was, just because Tom DeLonge, I don't give a fuck that Tom DeLonge is saying, like, oh, this is real. I'm just saying, though, like, as far as like I said, his time, like, dude, he could spend all fucking day making calls to people.
Well, obviously.
We couldn't. So.
Yeah.
So that's how he weasels his way in.
He realized when he was on tour and he's playing in front of 100,000 people and he's got a 2-year-old daughter at home that he hasn't seen in 2 years. He's like, I can't do that. I need to
quit
go
this
home
and go investigate UFOs.
and I'm going to play with my daughter and
sit
fucking,
around, yeah.
and do that shit. And it's like, dude, why not? We talk about it all the time. The minute you make enough money, fuck off, man. I don't need to do this anymore.
Damn it.
Bye-bye.
Sucks though, because
My number is way lower than Tom DeLonge's, I'll tell you that.
when they play the old songs live, it really blows. To be honest, like Matt's done a great job, and I like the new stuff. But when they
it's
Matt
hard.
can't go like all the
he can't.
small
It's not
things.
Tom has a very distinct whiny voice.
Yes,
that's
he
just
does.
perfect
Yeah.
for Blink-182, in my opinion. But
I'm kind of with Jay in that, here you've got these guys, and they're suited up proper. These guys are giving interviews, and they're wearing their military gear, and, this guy's a Navy pilot by career, and this guy's a fucking intelligence officer. And then there's Tom in ripped jeans, tattooed arms, and a fucking baseball hat, and he's like, yeah, they said don't fucking say anything about this, and,
Right.
and so there is part of you that it's like, really, one of these things is doing his own thing.
Yeah.
It just seems weird. It
Yeah.
doesn't quite fit.
Yep.
But, if that's your passion on something, like if that's truly your thing, like why not use your resources and put shit together and go there? You guys should check it out. I bet you'd you'd probably like it. Just for
Probably, once they finally put it on
things.
Netflix. Luckily, a lot of those PBS documentaries make it to Netflix. So when it gets to Netflix, I'll watch it. But
What, you got something against PBS? Just DVR it.
we don't have DVR anymore, and I don't watch TV in the TV that has the cable box anymore. So I basically don't have TV.
You don't have DVR anymore?
No.
Oh, because you got rid
My
of
dad
cable.
wanted to save money, and
Yeah,
so
sure.
I mean, I don't know. It doesn't really
Dude,
matter.
I'd make fun of him, but I'm almost there. Jay's there, and I'm almost there too. I really am.
At one point, my dad told me, this was a while ago, but at one point, my dad told me, hey, by the way, the DVR box has gone downstairs. I'm like, how long has it been gone? He's like, 2 weeks. I'm like, I didn't even watch cable in a month, so I don't even know what you're talking
YouTube
about.
TV, baby. Unlimited DVR. Hey, insurance, we all need it. Most of us don't know what kind of coverage we have or who even provides it. Let fellow TDC listener Brent Wasik from Wasik Insurance Services change all that. Brent has over 30 years in the business. He offers all types of insurance coverage, including auto, home, health, life, business, commercial, and more. Call Brent Wasik at 734-455-1900.
Hey, make sure you remember to email us. Email at DetroitCast.com. You can follow us on Twitter, Walters Radio, at JDetroitCast, at Big E DetroitCast. The DetroitCast on Facebook. E and I are both on there as well. You guys know how to find us. And you guys kind of like those ones, those Twitter ones, where they give you like today's whatever hashtag, where it's like
I don't know. Like off to the left side where they show the trending stuff, or
well, not just the trend. What am I trying to say? E, where it's like because you jump into a lot of them. If I was a blah blah blah.
Oh yeah, dude. That's how.
just checking out the trending, isn't it?
Yeah, that's all I do. I just do it because in my way, it's a way of hopefully getting into things that are.
It'll be like National Pancake Day or
totally.
something.
They're just trending hashtags. That's all.
And so E will jump on there.
Sometimes I try to make jokes, like my life in 5 words I did the other day.
Yes,
or something like that.
Yep. So they'll do a lot of band ones where you're like morph a band with a pancake or food style, and it's like you'll stupid shit like that. But one of them today I was reading, and I had to comment on because I was like, it was like millennials, and I'm like, oh fuck, now what? Now what with the millennials? And it's like millennials no longer use doorbells at all. They pull into driveways and they just go here.
No, that's a great. I thought you meant standing at a door that they
Fuck
no
yeah.
longer. There's some objection to pressing and
Fuck
versus
yeah,
knocking.
Yeah.
But you're right, dude. Absolutely. My boys, they pull up. Boom. I'm here.
Here.
Yep.
Does anyone do anything besides
Nobody goes to the door.
Here? No. And
Why would ya?
I was like, you know what? I'm with millennials on this one.
Hell
If my doorbell fucking rings, I hide. Like, what fucking maniac?
It's an extraordinary event. It is.
It's not good, dude.
It's shocking.
Even the door knocker.
Dude, I don't
is
even-
like, how
Door
dare
knocker.
you?
You guys ever use a door knocker? We had an ornamental one growing up on our front door. Nobody used it.
No, some people do, usually assholes, but you never know how heavy they are and how loud they are.
Yeah.
Sometimes they're
I
shockingly
like the
loud.
concept of it. That's really cool. The notion of lifting it up, boom,
Was
boom,
it
boom.
necessary though? I mean, was
Back in
the
day,
knuckles on the wood not
It's
enough?
so cool to think like, I don't know, like medieval times or something.
That's the thing.
know?
They probably
Boom,
did
boom,
need
boom.
it back then, man.
But now
Why
they're
did
just ornamental.
Those doors were huge and who knows?
Thick.
Oh yeah,
Cavernous homes.
Okay, if you're talking about a castle's doors, obviously,
Castles.
you need that fucking whack, whack.
What an idea! You know, I know you guys like when you talk about castles. The idea of moats around a castle, like they just dug a huge.
Everything's about defense, man.
Dude, that's the home alarm system.
I know it's funny to look
the early
at.
days.
I love
Drawbridge.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I love I've Googled that before, just castles with moats, and it's just funny to look at. Like,
Yeah, that it just struck me though. It's like, yeah, I mean, I don't show up anywhere unannounced. I don't think really. And when I get angry when someone rings my doorbell, and it's not like, ooh, company, who's here? Like,
Well,
run to the door.
it's sort of like receiving a phone call versus a text. Same kind of
Yeah,
deal,
rude,
you know?
rude.
It seems intrusive.
It's very intrusive. How dare you? You text me first.
Text me and I'll get to you when I get to you.
Well,
Yeah.
the other thing to me is, I think probably with the younger kids more than me per se, I suppose. I've been done knocking on doors for a while too. I do that here, but it's like if you're a younger kid, like you know, think about that back in the day, like when you had to call people and you're like, oh, please don't have the dad pick up, please don't. Wouldn't you rather send a text than open the door and have that awkward dad?
There's so many situations I see my kids in where it's so much easier now. So much easier.
Sure.
None of their friends have to call or knock on the door. Girls don't call. They just go directly to them, you know?
Yeah.
It's so much easier.
Do you find yourself going, you know, like, hey, I want to meet this person you're going out with. Don't just run out the door because so-and-so's here.
Well, it's kind of frightening. I walk into Russell's room last night, and he's cleaning his room, rearranging it, you know, putting the bed in a different spot and all that stuff. And I look over and I see his phone is like open, and there appears to be like a screen, like a FaceTime thing going. I'm like, who are you talking to? He's like, Jaden. I'm like, oh, hey, Jaden. And like leading up to that for 3 minutes, I'm just talking, doing my thing. You have to assume there's always an open mic in your goddamn
don't you
family.
Tell your kid, like, I would think that means your kid is up to, he's not doing anything wrong. He's doing nothing. Because when you walk in, it should be like, announce, hey, Dad, Jaden's on the phone.
Oh,
Or to let
right.
Jaden know. Don't
No,
bring
I
up
think it's a code amongst them. I
Yeah.
think it's known. I think when Jaden hears me talk, then it's more like, dude, what am I saying that I don't want Jaden to hear, you know?
Yeah, you go ripping into him or something, tearing him a new ass, and it's
Listen,
like,
some racist
listen,
shit or
you
something.
motherfucker.
Racist shit. Don't let me catch you hanging around any of them.
Is that a goddamn Asian I saw you walking down the fucking street with? What the fuck's going on, son?
Jaden's at home going, oh, shit.
Shit. Your own kind. Your own kind. God damn it, Manfred. Slam the door.
No, it's frightening to just think you have an open mic in your house at all times.
It sucks, man.
Yeah.
Well, you have to, like, if I call you and you know, it pisses me off and I'm like, hey, what the fuck, man? What's going on? You're like, hey, speakerphone, whole family. And it's like, you know what? When you answer the phone, you got to just go, Mike, whole family's on speakerphone. How we doing?
Yeah.
And then,
Yeah.
you know, but going back to the, I was going to say about the doorbells. Like, if you're a new home build now, do you even need to install a doorbell?
I know.
Honestly,
it's an electrical hookup. You ever think about that? That it actually goes to your.
yeah.
It's an electrical thing.
I
Like when growing up, you just think, oh, this thing just like rings the bell. You don't think of it as
It's
actual
hardwired.
Yeah, it's hardwired. Electrical item.
But it's something that going forward, it could be. I'm trying to think of what things would be in old timey homes that just are obsolete now, like the candle next to the nightstand. You know, to give yourself a little bit of light in the room. It's like you don't need that anymore. Once we got electricity, you flip on a light.
You
the
might be right.
Doorbell,
Yeah.
Like new houses, that could be something like, oh yeah, this house was built in 1984. It's even got a doorbell.
Yeah.
It could be like a cool nostalgic thing when you buy a house.
I mean, just phone lines. You know, why have a hardwired phone line in your house anymore?
That's
My
great
house was
point.
built with like that Cat 4 cable going
Yeah.
throughout, you know, so you could link in hard
Yeah,
onto the.
it's got that weird plug that
Yeah,
snaps
it's
into
this
the wall.
essentially, you know?
Yeah.
But yeah, that and phone lines and doorbell. I agree.
Yeah, you don't need any of that stuff anymore.
If you do have to go to the front door, knock on it.
Yeah, or text them. Or if you don't know them, fuck off. How about that? How about you don't meet new people? You know who you know, and that's it. You're done.
I mean, I guess package delivery, but that's even really that doesn't. I'm just. I
That's
don't think
the
you need a doorbell.
Coming to think of
necessarily,
it,
by
that's the
way,
only time I hear my doorbell ring is when the FedEx guy, you go to the door and there he is across the lawn getting back into the truck.
Yeah.
He's just hit your doorbell to alert you that a package is there.
Yeah, see, I don't know.
Even
if
that,
do
more,
they
more
always
people have
do that?
screens and stuff now, and like cameras. They probably.
I don't think that's reason enough to hardwire a doorbell into my system. You
No,
know, if they just set it on the porch, I'll find it eventually.
They'll
Instead,
knock it.
do what Isis just described. Do the frickin' the camera.
Yeah.
That's what all new homes should have.
Yeah, what is it? Ring.
I think
Ring
that's
is
the
really
main one.
popular. Yeah, And those are pretty badass too. The ones where it's like you're sitting there at dinner with your wife or something, and it fucking goes off like someone's walking up your porch
Absolutely,
right now,
yeah.
and it's like, oh well, let's talk to him.
No, I have-
Yeah, what are you doing, fuckface?
I have lots of friends with teenage kids who absolutely they catch their kids doing stuff all the time.
Really?
Yeah, coming
Catch
and
them
going,
sneaking
Yep.
out, and dude, that's going to end murders. I mean, it just is. We've seen it happen already. People are just like, oh, my neighbor's got a fucking Ring camera on their door.
The other day, I saw there was a little girl abducted in Dallas. You might remember this story, maybe 2 weeks ago. She was walking with her mom, broad daylight. Guy pulls up, grabs the girl right out of her mom's hands, puts her in the car, and drives away. And you see this happen like off in the distance from one of those Ring doorbells.
Oh my god!
And they catch the guy at a hotel with her, 4 hours later. So
Did he do anything to her?
come on, man.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
Fuck. And you got to kill her. You can't
He
just
didn't,
like,
though.
release the
He didn't.
fish back into the fucking ocean.
They caught him before he killed her.
Really?
But
that's amazing.
to your point, Mike, all sorts of shit.
Yeah.
Fodder for all sorts of shit being caught on those.
Did I tell you guys about when I was in California and went to that mall? I think it's the Beverly Center, and it's like 7 stories. Did I tell you guys about the
No.
parking structure in
No.
there? It's unbelievable. It's one of those where you have to pay to park. It's not just a free
parking
structure.
structure.
Yeah, but it's I hate the electronic one. I got to admit, when it's like, what row am I in? And number, you got to
right.
remember the number, and then
Yeah.
they give you a ticket and whatever. Dude, this thing's got wiring and pipes throughout the whole thing. And when you start going up, it's like next floor there are 93 spaces available. And they're lit up green.
Oh, that's
and red.
cool.
So you know exactly
Yeah.
where you can park, and it's recording. You pull in, it's recording your license plate.
Oh, wow.
And it's recording the whole like. Good luck stealing a fucking kid there. You steal a kid there, they know exactly who you are and where you are at all times.
Yeah, it's
like,
becoming way harder to steal a kid.
yeah, I mean, I've mulled it over a time or two. And it's like, dude, you know what? Check it off the list. Stealing kids is out at this point. Amber Alerts was a tip off to a lot of people.
And if you
now,
it's got to be a kamikaze mission now. You just got to be in for,
Yeah.
okay, well, I'll steal a kid, do my thing, and then be willing to get shot
Maybe
in the head.
in the in the fucking plains state, some of the flyover states. If you go to some of those like shit small towns in Kansas,
just get rural. Just get
Yeah.
more and more rural.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what you got.
rural. Right.
Yeah, they're gonna be a few years behind. I mean, that's really you're gonna have to sneak off into Montana to grab a kid. You know what I mean?
Do they have
God,
kids in
dude.
Montana?
I mean,
Few of 'em.
Even though they're there, I mean, dude, there's just so much,
Too much work.
land and
Yeah.
a lot of space and not cool things around. Like,
Yeah.
Got to drive a long way to find a good kid.
right? You're gonna
Yeah.
be, it's not gonna
Well,
just.
he wants
be
to get
like,
a kid and be in Vegas with it, partying and stuff, and it's
No,
like there's
but I'm
nothing
just-
cool around here.
I'm just saying, like, you're gonna have to. There's a lot less pickiness.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna be.
Be like, that kid sucks, but I'll take it anyway.
Right.
Yeah, it's the only one I've seen for 2 days out here wandering around.
That kid's a boy kid, but I guess I'll take it.
take
Use
it.
his butt anyway.
God.
Did you see all the protests going on in Europe?
England.
Kind of a fail though, Jay. I got to be honest. They were talking about this being the biggest protest in the history, and I was like, really? Wow, because they had over 1 million people turn out, against the war in 2000 whatever 1, 2, 3, 4 whatever it was. And they got almost tens of thousands of people.
Oh,
at
my
this one.
goodness
Yeah,
gracious.
They were counting on like 750,000 people coming out, and
They were counting on 2 hands, all the people there.
yeah, and it looks impressive. Anytime you got 50,000 people somewhere, it looks impressive. But the joy, like the signs, because they've all got their signs and they're all still bundled together, like they haven't opened this batch of signs.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Stacks,
Really?
and
Of unused,
stacks of
unopened?
unused. And by the way, is there something weak as fuck about that?
About prefabbing signs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like if you go to an event and you take the time to
You're
do
passionate about it. You do your
Yeah.
own sign. You knit your own pussy hat. Whatever it is.
Totally fine. I have no problem with that. But when it's like, ugh, that's so douchey. You pre-bundled signs
Yeah.
for people to walk around with. And I gotta be honest with you, man. The more I watch these things, I am convinced that 90% of the people out protesting, the president or whatever, don't know shit. That it's a chance to show off their whatever they've done. They're getting intricate
Yep.
intricate costume making. Like it's a one-upsmanship. It's like,
Come on, man.
giant. Look at me.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Gets social justice points too, right?
Lots of them, yeah. Oh, look at that guy. He dressed up as Trump, and he's in a mock jail cell that he builds himself. Guys,
It's creative.
wow, look
That's
at him.
creative.
And they're all taking pictures with people. These, mock drum circles. It's like, you really protesting something here. You just want to be banging on shit, really doing nothing because you're really accomplishing nothing. And I just see a lot of me-me-me's going on. There was one guy who's getting a lot of press today, and he had, let's see, what did he have? Like the giant baby Trump balloon. We had that one go up, and then there's a guy. He brought a 16-foot talking robot, Mr. Trump, sitting on a gold toilet while tweeting.
Okay.
Yeah, Don Lessem is his name. Traveled from Philadelphia to make the debut of this.
In Europe, he took it to Europe.
Took it to Europe. He had it made in China.
Oh, I was going to say, how do you? Yes.
The robot speaks phrases in Trump's voice. You recorded it, and so it just
I'm the best.
Sitting on its toilet with its sort of going, no collusion. It says no collusion. You are fake news, and I'm a very stable genius.
That's a great line.
Yeah.
I'm a very stable genius.
It also farts. They've got fart noises out of it.
Okay.
They couldn't get the real thing. Yeah, there you
Oh,
go.
that's kind of sweet, man.
Yeah.
That's not how I pictured it.
Do you have it, Tongue?
Oh,
That's-
no, this is just pictures.
See if there's video of it, because this is a big hit. This guy's signing autographs.
That's
taking
great.
Pictures.
Holy shit.
Yeah. But it's like, I don't know. Yeah, that's
Well, it's a chance for artists to show off their wares,
right. It so reminds me of like the days and days. Remember the people from Broadway that went down to the White House and brought full bands. The orchestra pit guy is out there and they're singing and dancing they're on stage. It's like, wait a minute, is this just you wanting to perform all the time? Because that's
all
what
got
it looks
feather
like.
boas on and shit.
Yes, a guy with an amp and a guitar out there. I think we had four. Didn't we have like four triangle players or something? It was like we were so over triangle.
I think so. Yeah, they were protesting show tune style.
Yes, and it's like, I don't think you really care about the protest. I think you just love being on camera and in front of people.
Look at this guy. Is he going to talk?
Why did we have to send this to China to make?
Is that part of the point, though? Like, does that make his
Maybe.
point?
The article talks about it talking, so I assume that this.
Yeah, make it talk. Come on,
One
man.
second here. Let me try to find
See if you can find it talking. No big deal. But whatever.
Again, we've talked about this before, but it is weird to think of Trump sitting on the throne.
Oh, I know, but he
Look at
does.
him with his pants pulled down. And
Yeah.
Dude, that is there anything?
On a gold toilet, which
that guy,
he has.
Fuck yeah.
Is there
his
any
dumb
more-
hair sitting there.
Like, think about any of us,
tucking
though,
his
dude.
tie into his shirt, into the buttons of his shirt
God,
so it doesn't hang down by his dick.
Dude, but like the look of any of us, like any celebrity, anybody, like that. Like I
It's
know I said
humbling,
it,
dude.
I know Mike said it
It's-
yesterday, but like not just that we all take a shit, but that look of the pants around
Absolutely.
the ankles.
Yeah.
with the
You're
boxes.
just sitting down, letting the stuff seep out of a hole
I know.
in your butt,
Waste. You're waste.
expelling waste.
Yes, and you're never more vulnerable.
No.
like
God,
there's
no.
not a moment like if you're in the shit or taking a shit,
If you're
and I
subject
just
to an
open the
attack
door
of some sort, done.
and I could just stand there and look you dead in the eyes.
Be
and
like,
just
get
like,
out of here.
That's all you can.
Stop.
That's your weapon.
Stop it.
I'm serious. Get out, fucker. Get out for real. Like that's all you can do. I can go. No. What are you gonna do? Because you're not gonna hop up and charge with pants around. Oh, dude, it's a terrible fucking place. I like to turn the lights off. I don't want to acknowledge that I'm even in there.
I actually get a lot of work done in there.
Yeah, I get all the tweeting and stuff done in there. So, anyways, yeah, they had everybody's out there with their little bitch, oh, reproductive rights. So you got the hand. You can't just go out there and be like, my body, my choice. You got to dress up as a Handmaid's Tale.
Yeah.
With the red thing and act like we're back in those days.
Take it to the next level, man.
Yeah, and so it's basically a show off scene in a lot of respects. They did have Jeremy Corbyn out there, this fucking alt left guy, and you know what? I got mad. I'm watching this lunatic rant and rave, about inclusiveness. Look around this crowd. Look at each other. We are young. We are old. We are black. We are white. We are disabled. We are LGBT. It's like, okay. We're the whole wonderful mosaic of diversity and inclusion that we represent on this demonstration today. We're the living embodiment of what a democratic society is about, where people come together not to exploit their differences. Blah, he goes, blah, blah, blah. But I'm very disappointed, particularly today on the wonderful festival of Eid, that our mayor of London, Sadiq Khan, has been attacked in the way that he has. I'm proud that our city has a Muslim mayor, that we can chase down Islamophobia. So he's taking shots at Trump here, Islamophobia, anti-Semitism, any form of racism within our society, because racism divides. It exploits minorities and it divides them. Exploitation of minorities brings about hatred, dislike, disdain, and a horrible place for individuals to live in, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, this horrible attack that he's under. It's like, oh, you mean the little fucking shit that was just needling the president for fucking 3 days, egging him on for 3 days, and he calls him a little shit or whatever he called him, and it's like, oh, this attack, this poor mayor, Islamophobe, he's an Arab, he's Muslim. How could you attack him? That's racist. It's like, dude, stop it, all you fuckers. But if you are interested in going over there, and I think, when does this wrap up? Tomorrow?
Oh, probably.
Is tomorrow the 6th?
Yeah. Or no, the 6th is Thursday.
Okay.
Well, he's going to Normandy Thursday, right?
Is it there? Okay. So, well, if you want to get into it, Jay, I've got a map for you. If either of you guys want to hop over to London really quick, we've got a
Jump on the Concorde, Isis?
Sure.
Well, in Trafalgar Square, we've got some self-organized blocks of protests and whatever. So if you're like anyone interested in the climate block,
Yeah, that's one. I'm for that one.
so you're going to want the green dot there.
Okay.
The green dot is where you're going to want to meet up.
I'll jump on that one.
Peace and anti-war. Anyone interested in the peace and anti-war
No,
rally?
no.
Palestinian bloc?
No.
Muslims resist Trump. I don't think they're welcome at that one. No offense. You'd have to really like turban up proper, and no to Trump and the far right is a separate group. They are meeting over. Let's see, over here, number 5.
Okay.
The Jewish bloc. Anyone interested in the Jew bloc?
I'll go there.
Okay. What about the student bloc?
Of course he will.
I'll take my yarmulke.
Take those chocolates over there. See if you can
Yes, the
find some more.
chocolate Jews, the Maccabees.
Oh, they're so good.
Maccabees are delicious.
Chlorinated chicken. Anyone want to protest chlorinated chicken?
Oh, wait, can I
Oh,
change my answer?
Shit, I'm on.
Well, you could
that
do
one.
both,
Okay.
probably. I don't know what
I
times
could do
they
the
are.
Jews and then run over to the chicken.
I'll meet
Well,
you at
let's
the
see.
chicken one. I'm down with that one. dude.
Jesus, meet me at the chicken at noon.
I'm gonna do a little bit of the environmental thing, but I'll meet you over at the chicken one.
Okay, Jay, that's not a bad choice, because you're going to start here with the Jews, right? Your
yeah,
Jewish rally is at 6, and then your chlorinated chicken rallies over here at 8.
Oh, I can make it there.
So you can, I mean, it's a quick jog, but,
Absolutely.
family corner. Anyone want to protest families? I think that's
Sure,
what they're...
probably pro families, Mike.
Oh, they're pro-families. Oh, I was
Well, maybe
gonna,
not though. Honestly,
Yeah,
the
who
fuck?
knows?
It might be like, who's to say we need a family?
It's just a bunch of guys like me going, yeah, fuck these families, man.
Yeah,
Oh, Christmas pictures at the holidays. Ooh. Anyone for the lesbians and gays support the migrants?
Are they like lipstick lesbians, or are they those gross butch ones?
You mean the dykes on bikes?
Yeah.
I don't
Which
know.
one?
I don't know.
Can't guarantee.
I can't guarantee.
Yeah, I'm not gonna go then.
But I mean, it's in your path. 6, 8, 10.
Well, if I can finish with the chicken,
Okay.
I'll head over there.
God, if they're selling chicken wraps, oh, I love those things on the streets. with the
Non-chlorinated.
cars. No, absolutely. Labor against Trump?
Nah.
That sounds boring, right? It
does.
It sounds like union shit. Abortion rights, women's bloc?
No.
That's kind of a hike for you, anyways. Handmaid's Tale against Trump.
What?
Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's against Trump.
Come on.
13. That's going on right in here, which is really right next to the abortion rights women's bloc. I mean, isn't that the same thing? Or are they fighting each other? Handmaid's Tale against Trump. They want to kill
they're-
kids, and abortion rights women.
They want to kill kids too.
So this is the same rally.
Yeah, but you need to dress up if you're going to the
Oh,
Handmaid's Tale.
okay. So that's a costume party.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Cosplay over there. The other one, just show.
Anyone want to go to Another Europe is Possible? Because that's all the way up here.
I mean, I was
going-
assuming another Europe was possible.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Lastly, the Quaker meetup is going on, but that's
Come on, man.
That's
Quaker.
up there at 15.
Quaker.
Yeah, the Quaker meetup.
God,
What does that have to do with?
does that Quaker oats guy freak you out or
Yeah,
what?
a little bit.
Man,
Little
it's
bit.
always freaked me out.
I didn't like the fucking cardboardy tubular.
Oh, I
thing
like
he
that. I like that.
Really?
But yeah, the way that top comes off and on. But God, that guy freaks me out. Well,
Yeah.
they need to change that.
Yeah, take a page from the cereals that we saw, like Count Chocula would update.
Yeah, I mean, just happy it up a little bit. That Quaker just looks mean to me.
Yeah,
He always
Well,
has.
He's a Quaker, you know.
I don't like it.
Maybe you should swing by the fucking Quaker meetup. I mean, it sounds like you've got some, self-interest here. You like the product, but if you go there, you
present
bring one
my
of the-
argument.
You present your argument that we need to update this
Yeah.
logo. It creeps me out. And they're like,
This shit creeps me out, okay? And I guarantee it creeps others out. You'd sell a hell of a lot more oats if you just put a cartoony type Quaker
way
on there.
more. And they're like, dude, you're totally missing the point of this. This is not to update. We're not debating updating the logo on the Quaker.
Exhibit
Oats
A,
box.
gentlemen. Count Chocula and Frankenberry. How inviting.
If you brought a pie chart and honestly did some bullet points and had a prepared speech,
Just a one-pager.
Hear me out,
Single
folks.
graph, 5 bullet points.
hear me. I'm not finished. Hear me out. Is this not the Quaker meetup? Yeah, it is. Quiet.
They'd have to listen in this day and age. Like, I mean, what
That's
they're
right.
really
I know
doing,
you'd have some fucking
how
weirdo.
uninclusive.
Let him speak. Let him speak.
We must be inclusive. Inclusive, kind of, but
Oh, God. So is this guy going
I do think this
Is he gonna talk?
I
He's
think
just-
this one is.
All right, so this is the dumping Trump robot.
Only because it's showing, like, here.
What's that over to the right? Is that a Triceratops robot? I want that, man.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that has to be an elephant that's covered up, right?
Oh, gotta be. Yeah.
I'm intrigued.
Here.
Look how he has his tie coming down.
No collusion. A witch hunt.
A witch hunt.
You are fake news.
I love this thing, man.
Yeah. He's tweeting.
I'm a very stable genius.
I want to hear it fart. Oh.
It's just.
Oh, look at that one. How?
See, doesn't this
Wow.
you're just an artist showing off your work now?
Yeah.
I mean, that's just kind of what I gather from
Yep.
this. If you asked him to drill down on what you don't like about his foreign policy,
That's a bad shot
wouldn't-
right there, man. Where was it? A second ago. Like, I mean, it's fine, but that's
It looks like a dispersal after a concert or something. That does not look like enough people.
At best, and a not sold out concert.
Yeah.
At that, poor people. They expected that this was going to be epic too. They really did.
Sure.
I do like this bomb-proof armored vehicle, the Beast. We get
Oh,
some
right.
details
Oh,
on the
that's
Beast.
badass. Yeah, I've
Dude,
read
this
about
thing's
that.
straight out of a
great.
fucking superhero, like Batman,
Mm-hmm.
with seats president and up to 4 passengers with glass partition. Only Trump has a switch to lower it. He loves power like that. No, deal with it. No, the window stays up.
The best part of this, and it's not exclusive to the Beast, but it's been done for years, is they carry the president's blood, man.
Oh, I know.
Bags of his blood.
Yes,
in case
dude.
he needs transfusion.
It's got what did they say for his blood? Because they do mention that. It's like what's his blood type? See, but tear gas and grenade launchers out of the
Badass.
fucking
like oil
bumper.
slicks and shit.
Yeah, fire. Let's see. Panic button and oxygen supply, firefighting system, tear gas and smoke screens, satellite phone with a direct line to the vice president and the Pentagon. The fuel tank, armor plated and filled with a special foam that prevents it from exploding even after a direct hit. Why don't all cars have that foam in it? You know what I mean? It seems like we could all get something out of that. The bodywork, military-grade armor at least 5 inches thick, combination of steel, aluminum, titanium, and ceramic to break up projectiles.
5 inches thick.
Yeah, think about that for your door. And it's a $1.5 million car. The doors, armor-plated, 8 inches thick, and weight of a cabin door on a Boeing 757. 100% sealed to protect from any chemical attack. Pump-action shotguns and tear gas cannons, bags of the president's RH negative blood type kept on board. So he's got to sit there one day all day. I'm getting faint.
Give me a cookie.
Please, orange juice and a cookie, please. He's just sitting there with his legs dangling off the fucking. He's sitting on that
Sitting
paper.
on that paper. It's crunching underneath him.
Legs dangling as he's tweeting. One more orange juice, please. I need cookies, bigly. Steel plate protects against bombs, so there's a whole steel plate underneath. Chauffeur trained to cope with the most demanding of driving conditions, including escape, evasion, and 180-degree J-turns. So his day is practicing just racing through the streets and stuff. How cool is that? The windows, 5 layers of glass and polycarbonate, can withstand armor-piercing bullets. Only window that can open is the driver's, and it can only open 3 inches.
Wow.
Yeah. Driver's compartment contains a communication center and GPS tracking system, night vision cameras. I want one of these.
Yeah.
Oh, I want one of those so bad.
That is so cool, and that's a Caddy, right?
I believe it is a Cadillac. Yeah. Were they something else before? Was it
a
Lincoln or something?
I think it was a Lincoln for a while, but I think they're currently Cadillacs.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool.
Do you remember that game Spy Hunter, that arcade game?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah, where you could drop
oil slicks?
And smoke screen and stuff.
Yeah.
That was so cool.
Oh, I love it.
But that shit can do that stuff. I mean, it's just grenade launchers.
I wonder if they get the idea from Batman and Robin episodes, where the smoke screen, or from a video game was
I bet they let their imagination run wild.
You would have to, right?
Yeah.
Guys, stay with me on this one. Fuck it, grenade launcher right out of the front bumper. Dude, what are you talking about, Bill? No, for real, man. I mean, what if?
Yeah.
And you're going to look back and go, God damn it, Bill was right. We should have put grenade launchers in the front of the damn bumper. Sure as shit, we got them now. Oh, I want to see that thing go off, too. I want to see people try to fucking attack
I want to see this under attack.
Yeah, right?
I mean,
see what it can do.
Sort of like buying car insurance your whole life. I mean, at some point, you do want to, give it a little fender bender just to have it pay off. I mean, we just paid $1.5 mil for this beast.
Yeah.
Let's see what it can do, man.
He's probably got a couple of them, too.
Yeah.
A travel beast, beast light.
They just drive them into the plane with them. Take them with them. It's crazy.
Oh, so cool. He's got those tires, by the way, can't go flat.
Of course not.
I knew they could do that. No matter how destroyed those tires are, fucker can still drive.
Yeah.
I knew they could make a tire that didn't go flat. Running around with we have inner tubes in our fucking wheels, dude.
Hey, man, if you want to pay the price, I'm sure our big three could manufacture a car that's 100% safe. It's just what would that cost us?
Yeah, it cost us a lot. Homer tried to build that. Didn't he try to build the perfect car at one point?
He did. It had nothing to do with safety, though.
No, I know, but he wanted to build it, and it turned out it was like $150,000 for this car that for the everyman or something like that. Anyway,
no one bought.
Hey, everybody, the NBA and NHL playoffs, the finals actually are in full swing, so stop on by the Hamlin Pub to watch your favorite team on one of their numerous TVs and enjoy sports specials like the $7 medium hand-tossed pizzas, boneless wings, or the Nacho Supreme. Of course, these specials are good at all 5 Hamlin Pubs locations, Clarkston, Chesterfield, Rochester, and the 2 in Shelby Township.
Hey, did you see Larry the Cat?
No, I don't think so.
Who's getting all the press right now?
What'd he do? What did you do?
Well, Larry's the chief mouser in the UK. Lives outside of 10 Downing Street.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and Lawrence is, he just, eats mice all day. That's his thing. So people are getting a kick out of this dude. Do you have a picture of Larry? So Trump visits there during his London visit to 10 Downing Street, serves as an office and resident to UK Prime Minister Theresa May. The cat decides to lie down underneath the Beast truck, and the cat won't move, and so they're stuck, and they're like, so all
just
these
grenade launch it.
Well, he's just taking a little napsy naps, he's a little tuckered out, and I guess this guy's a hero around there. He goes around and he photobombed the president's picture with Theresa May today. He's in the windowsill photobombing from the side. Yeah. So Larry is not just some ordinary cat. His main role is to catch mice in the area and look cute before, during, and after official remarks on the steps of the residence.
I feel like the beast there, watching the cat sit underneath it, would have a burlap sack that could come down.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Just collect that thing. It's like a cat collector.
See, and it's outside the box thinking like that got us fucking grenade launchers. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And when someone goes, what possibly would you need a burlap sack for to drop?
Well,
Exhibit
sir.
A. Hello. Could you imagine if a burlap sack scooped him up and just started slamming him on the ground? Intruder. Disturbance under vehicle. So Larry, he's one of the most respected officials working on behalf of the people.
Well, I mean, why not?
Kind of awesome,
dude?
though, right?
Why not? You have that old bag just walking around doing whatever. Why not have this cat be respected?
Larry was recruited from the Battersea Dogs and Cats Home on recommendation for his mousing skills. So he's unbelievable. He's unbelievable at mousing. He joined the number 10 household, has made a significant impact, according to his bio, his official bio. Larry spends his days greeting guests to the house, inspecting security defenses, and testing antique furniture for napping.
Well, is he holding down the fort right now? Because as I understand it, Theresa May is out, right? So
she's leaving Friday, I believe.
Oh, all right.
But I think Larry stays. Larry's been there for a little bit
He'll
now.
hold down the fort until the next guy comes?
The funny thing is, though, these protesters, their goal was to fuck up the motorcade going all through London. They made zero impact. I mean, it was like they weren't even there. But Larry, took a little snooze under the car.
He delayed things a bit, didn't he?
Oh, yeah, held up the whole thing. Security's out of the car, like, we
What do
can't
we
just,
do?
like, grab this fucking cat by the scruff. We'll be all over Twitter.
Can you just take a broom and shoo him?
It's Larry, dude. He's one of the most respected members of Parliament or whatever.
God,
So
you can't pop those tires, huh?
that's what they say.
Okay.
I'd like to test that, though, because I'm with you, Jay. That looks very poppable.
It does. It looks like a standard tire.
Yeah, I mean, you're telling me if I've got a 6-inch switchblade and I walk up, whack into that tire, it's not going to go
Probably throw it right back at you.
maybe. Yeah, what do they say? Hold on, I'll tell you, because they mentioned the tire. So the tires. Kevlar reinforced tires are shred and puncture resistant.
Wow.
Resistant, not proof. Steel rims, with steel rims enabling the car to escape even if the tire is destroyed.
Awesome.
Yeah. Thinking of everything so far. They really are. Did you hear about that Dutch girl, by the way, I don't know how to feel about this. Part of me is like, yeah, cool, whatever, do you, man. Euthanasia. She gets euthanized. 17 years old. She was raped as a young child, and life was too hard after that. Couldn't get over it, and so requested euthanasia, and they put her down.
What?
Yeah.
The Dutch.
Cute
My
girl,
God.
too. Cute girl. She felt she could no longer go on living and has been legally euthanized at home with the help of an end-of-life clinic.
It's assisted suicide.
Noah Pothoven. Dude, I didn't tell you to pull a picture up of her, but you can see her. She's a cute, blonde, 17-year-old girl. She died in a hospital bed in her living room. Why does she need to be in a hospital bed?
Yeah, if I'm gonna,
If you have a choice of that Craftmatic, though, it can be
But those
pretty
things are
fucking
just-
sweet. You get the
you got the
legs
rails
up and
on the
everything.
side and-
Yeah, but you can adjust the hell out of that thing,
Wouldn't
right?
you want to be on your bed watching a little Netflix or something, though?
Boy, my bed doesn't prop up in 8 different ways, you know?
Yeah, that's true. So, anyways, the Dutch teen. She's the Dutch teen felt that life had become unbearable. She could no longer carry on. In Holland, children as young as 12 can be granted euthanasia
Oh, God.
if they desire, but only after a doctor concludes that the patient's suffering is rather unbearable and there's not a clear end in sight. So, yeah.
Wow, wow.
Isn't that crazy
Yeah.
to hear? 2017, some 6,585 people chose euthanasia to end their lives in the Netherlands. About 4.4% of all the deaths in the Netherlands were people choosing, like,
What's the average age, does it say? Because this is remarkable because she's 17.
Right.
I assume most of them had some fatal illness.
yeah, over 6,500, which makes up 4.4% of the registered deaths in the country. It doesn't say how old they are. I imagine it's news because she's 17. I don't know how many 12-year-olds are doing that, but
Yeah, I mean, the question is how many are just mental distress cases and how many are, stage 4 cancer, in big-time pain, whatever it may be,
Yeah.
ALS, things like that.
Well, this
like
is
the
a girl-
Dr. Death. Kevorkian was taking people out who had chronic, fatal issues.
And I know there's a lot of people that are like, no, it's not, that's suicide and that's against the Bible. There's a lot of people that no matter what, it's like, no, you sit there and you suffer, sir, or you do not get to take a fucking quick way out. But I agreed with him, with Kevorkian. Like, I didn't have a problem when you had documented cases of guys that are just like, I am in pain every second of the day.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah.
old as fuck, and I want to die.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, at least get a medical professional
God,
in
and
there
they
with a
crawl into
needle.
that VW van.
Yes.
What an episode.
He went to jail, didn't he?
Yeah.
Do jail time for a
That's
while.
Put Feiger on the map. That whole
Totally.
thing. What a strange episode. I forgot about that.
Dude, that was a global phenomenon. Like,
Absolutely.
call Dr. Kevorkian was like a punchline
Yes.
to endless jokes
Yep.
forever. And it's like, if you were running around Birmingham, you could see Kevorkian and
his stupid
and his
van.
lawyer, like sitting down having
Yep.
coffee, having a meeting. You'd be sitting there, and there's Feiger and Kevorkian having a meeting, and you're
Yeah.
like, You know, if the rest of the world only knew what was going on right here, right now. Yeah, it was a weird time. But so the practice obviously hotly debated all over. This Noah chick, Pothoven, she penned an autobiography called Winning or Learning about the battles with post-traumatic stress disorder after being molested and raped at a young age. She wanted her book to help vulnerable youngsters who struggle with life. And she did put a social media post out just a day before her death on Sunday. I deliberated for quite a while whether or not I should share this, but decided to do it anyway. Maybe this comes as a surprise to some, given my post about hospitalization, but my plan has been for a long time. My plan has been there for a long time, and it's not impulsive. I'll get straight to the point. Within a maximum of 10 days, I will die. After years of battling and fighting, I'm drained. I've quit eating and drinking for a while now. After many discussions and evaluations, it was decided, let her go, because my suffering is unbearable. She felt as though she was alive, as though she was alive. She didn't feel that way. I breathe, but I no longer live. And then she asked her friends, please do not try to convince me to change my mind. Blah, blah, blah.
That's so sad.
Love is letting go in this case. It just seems like something about that. And I'm not a rape victim, so I don't know what the trauma is like for life, and I'm sure it affects different people different ways, depending on who can compartmentalize, who gets proper therapy. But at 17, there's so much life left.
Yeah.
If this was someone who went, I'm 17, I'm stage 4 brain cancer, it's inoperable.
Yeah.
I'm going to die within
that's the
6
difference.
months.
It's a
right?
psychological disorder or aspect versus the medical, your physical body just going.
Yeah.
And so you look at this and you go, couldn't something have been done? I mean, she's 17. Give it another year. Give it some more therapy.
Yeah.
It just seems
what do
like
you do with a 12-year-old? Who ruled like 12? If that's the case, if a 12-year-old is sound mind enough to make an executive decision like euthanasia
with just one doctor saying, yeah,
cool, sure, I don't see a light at the end of the tunnel. All you need is one fucking doctor that's kind of sees the world with a glass half empty look,
right?
And he's like, yeah, I'm with you. Yeah, no, there's not a lot of bright days ahead. No, it sucks. Next, who's next? But it just like that one. I don't know. It just seems like, are you trying to not get help at all? Because it seems like, I don't know. It just seems like there's potential help there for a 17-year-old girl that's physically okay.
And part of the condition would seem to be, that you would be in this endless loop of despair and depression. And it's like, no, that's what we need to get you out of so that you can think clearly. And but that's what feeds into the need to commit suicide here.
Right.
And so when it's not a physical medical condition, you're like, doesn't seem right.
It's like, maybe we try another therapist. I mean, the one you had, not for everyone.
Yeah.
Let's try one more, see what happens. Because people will go through a lot of therapists before they find someone that they connect with and really can help them. I'm not in her position, and so that's not my call to make. But when I see like, oh yeah, by the way, it's in the law that a 12-year-old can make that decision for themselves. Well, then why can't a 12-year-old decide to fucking drink if it wants, or smoke, or see X-rated movies?
Oh, I know.
Like, if you're gonna let him make the ultimate fucking decision
with a doctor,
yeah, who signs off and goes, yeah, I get it. You broke your leg. It sucks. I wouldn't want to live here either. That thing blows. And take. All right, I guess that's good enough reason for me. Take her out.
Doesn't seem right to me, man. That's crazy.
I know. Anyway, but yeah, and I want to be very careful. It's a minefield going. You got is rape you went through at a young age.
Get over it.
Let's not. I don't know. Get through that, right? But that's not for me to say, I suppose. Hey, let's take a quick time out, and then. Damn it! Don't you hate when you meet some dude on Grindr and then a fucking huge argument breaks out over penis size?
Jesus?
I've never been on Grindr.
Mm. Well, I felt like while I was reading the story, I was like, this is just relatable as shit on so many levels. So we'll get to that. Also, fuck, I got to show you this racist video at this worker called an effing N. That he's a hotel worker, and then the lady shows up. She's booking a reservation, and shows up, and he's like, "I heard that," and it's pretty fucking funny. The guy's become quite a hero online, but we'll get to that more. Is it Neymar or Neymar?
Neymar.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you
Being
followed his
accused of
story
rape, yeah.
at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
He
kind
came
of
out pretty strong against it.
yeah. I'd say
Claiming he's being extorted by a woman who claimed he raped her in France, I think.
Yeah.
And so he came out on social media with a video denying it, and then he posted screenshots of their texts, including
her face,
yeah,
and
her
name,
face and body, and her in various states of
Was
undress.
it in France? You said that,
I think so. Yeah.
which is illegal in France to post someone's identity without their
Yeah, he's in
permission.
trouble for that.
Yeah.
But I
can
don't
go-
think he thought the whole thing through.
We can go over some more details of it next. Her lawyers have dumped her as a client. So we'll get to that and more next.
The Detroit Cast continues after this short break. continues now, bitches. Here are Mike and Jay.
All right, welcome back, everybody, to the show. Hey, Jay, we're in an official press release.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, we are.
Tell me more.
The Russian 5 movie is coming to video on demand.
Uh-huh.
Right, so you can pre-order now.
I've heard that.
Yeah, and then it drops Friday, June 7th, where you can watch it iTunes. It'll be, let's see, iTunes, Amazon, Vudu, Google Play, Microsoft, Sony PlayStation. So they're really going all out, and yeah, they're now completing the theatrical run in New York City as the third highest grossing doc of the year, almost 500,000 at the box office. In honor of the video on demand release, an anniversary of the Wings winning the 97 Stanley Cup, 3 fans in Michigan and Ohio will have a chance to enter to win exclusive prizes. Third prize winner gets an official Russian 5 t-shirt.
Okay.
We can do better. Second place winner receives a signed official Russian 5 movie poster. Mm-hmm. I believe Darren McCarty will sign that, Jenny Fedorovich, and also Josh Reel. We'll sign that, maybe Big E if we can talk him into it.
Sign
It's a Mrs. Hockey situation.
Some person in Ohio.
I'll grab the poster and be like, hold on, no, we'll let me sign it too. No, that's not this. Don't bother him. No, it's nothing.
Some guy in Ohio wins it, and it's like,
Yeah.
who is this?
They'll blow all value off that poster.
Why did someone
Jesus.
with the writing of a toddler fucking sign this? And then I think we can do better than that.
What do you got?
Grand prize winner and 2 guests will attend a private party, including dinner and a special screening of The Russian 5, hosted by Darren McCarty, film director Josh Reel, and producer Jenny Fedorovich, as well as the Grind Time podcast team and the Detroit cast crew.
My goodness gracious.
The party will be held where? Well, I'll tell you where. At Radio for One Studios. After dinner and screening, the winner will appear live on a Grind Time podcast to talk with Darren about the film and Red Wings history. How about that?
What if the winner is like just kind of reluctant to go on
like,
mic? You know, like, I'd rather not be on mic. Are they allowed to
Darren
bag out of it?
Darren can do Mike himself. He
Don't worry about it.
It's my truth. All right? This is my truth. I don't need you, stupid listener winner. You sit over there in shame, and I'll talk for you.
Your Darren McCarty is kind of a mix of Darren McCarty and Donald Trump.
There's no Trump in there.
I don't know. You sit over there. I don't know. My bad.
You sit over there. No, I did that once. I could do that one time. The McCarty, the McCarty Donald Trump mix, but then I failed the second time.
Gotcha.
You guys had me do it. So fill out a short form if you want to enter. It's no purchase necessary. You don't need to buy anything to enter. And therussian5.com/sweepstakes. But you can probably just go to the Russian 5. I'm sure you can figure out how to sign up. And we'll have a drawing soon.
No practice drawing, just a straight up drawing.
I guess. Well, it's not technically our
not us, yeah.
event. Otherwise, we would do for something this big. We might do up to 5 practice drawings just to make
practice
sure.
drawings.
Well, yeah. I mean, dude, last thing we want to do. You know the rule. We don't want to look like assholes. So I guess you can sign up now through June 12th. So you got a few more days yet that you can sign up. And yeah. So, and don't be a dick. If you win, don't be a dick if you come over here.
Oh,
You know,
yeah. That goes without saying. Maybe it doesn't.
But, you know, those who are actual dicks in public are very not self-aware. And so if we just get that out there, by the way, if you win, do your best not to be a dick.
Is it do your best or don't?
Well, it's
I think
don't,
it's a directive.
but, you know, I mean, whether or not you're a dick is very subjective. You know, some people go, oh, he walked through my house with his shoes on. Dick. You know, he didn't rinse his plate off. Dick. Mm-hmm. You know, but some people are like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Well, you know, wear your shoes to the house and not a dick.
Yeah.
So, I mean, maybe we could come up with a few ground rules as to what would put you on the dick list.
Probably no cigarette burns anywhere.
Yeah.
Dick list?
Yeah, that's dick list for sure. Going upstairs into rooms and rummaging through T. Roy's underwear drawer.
And sniffing it.
Sniffing it. Not a dick. I say that falls into the not a dick
How about
category.
your underwear?
Dick.
Okay.
Yeah. Stealing stuff?
Come on.
Dick.
Total dick. Breaking plate glass window.
Yeah, it's dick.
Dick.
Move. Yeah.
Just be nice. Just be generally nice. Come on. Say hello.
What if someone came in and went, oh, man, I just realized I stink. You mind if I take a shower really quick before the screening? That's a dick, right?
Be a decent conversationalist. Is that?
Well, some people are nervous, Nellies, and so, you want to cut Nervous Nelly some slack. Don't be the over-talker.
Oh, the over.
Don't get shit-faced an hour before the screening and then just be blathering on and on and on, crying to Darren about how important,
for sure.
you know, how important that win was in the Cup Finals. And you're slobbering on him. You know, not a dick, but sad.
Yeah.
Don't be sad and don't be a dick. Basically, if we come up with more ground rules, we've got a couple days to let you know, and we haven't officially picked the date that we're going to screen it yet, so we'll let you know when as soon. I think we're going to know tomorrow what official date it is. So
very good.
I mentioned an argument breaks out over penis size. And I hate when that happens. I mean, do you think it was someone? Do you think because they don't specify? Do you think if an argument is going to break out over penis size? Someone showed up much smaller than they said.
Oh, that's got to be it, right?
Or what if
they showed up? Either
situation.
way, man. I think it could be.
What if you showed up and it was like, yeah, I'm like 7, and you're like 14?
That's what I was gonna say.
And then you're like, I got to take that.
Yeah,
yeah. Like they're lying because they know guys don't want to take it. You know what I mean?
So I didn't think of it that way.
Yeah. Well, I think they could take it. So I'm gonna say small, and there's a detail in here that makes me believe that was the thing, but the police did not say. So an argument over penis size sparks a fight between two men who met on Grindr, and left one of them with the red ball gag harness set in his mouth as he was robbed of $3,000. He was unable to scream due to the jock strap and ball gag in his mouth when his Grindr date robbed him. So on Saturday, authorities were called to reports of a home invasion after a 26-year-old man was robbed by his date following a sexual encounter at his apartment. The victim told police events took...
date.
I know. I know.
His date.
That's what he said. He called
Dude
it
showed up and dropped his pants.
Yeah, I know. Police say that events took a turn for the worst when the two men engaged in consensual sex with each other. And it was after that.
2 seconds after one of them walked into the room.
Yeah.
For sure.
Right.
The victim, and see, here's where I think he could have handled no matter what this guy had. The victim told police the robbery took place after he arranged to meet his date, who he had met on a section of Grindr that was called Black Men Love Fisting for Sex.
Oh, God.
I didn't even know those things. I didn't know there was even subsections of.
I didn't know that either.
These applications.
Black Men Love Fisting.
That's
I mean,
what a niche.
Yeah, that really is. Boy, oh boy.
He's just got a JPE for sure. The use of niche.
It is niche.
It is.
It is the definition of niche. You think the guy?
God damn it.
Well, dude.
Black men fisting.
No.
Black men who like fisting for sex.
Black men love fisting.
Okay.
But that's the subcategories. Black men love fisting. And so if you're the guy that fills out his, you go to Grindr, you got to fill out your profile. You probably put a credit card down to pay your monthly dues. And then it's like, I hope people like me. And it's like, you're looking for what are you into? And it's like, I'm a bottom. I'm a top. I'm a this. Like the guy that fills out Black Men Love Fisting, do you think he sits by his phone for at least a few days before it rings?
Well, the thing about that is like if you're looking for that, like if normal, Tinder or Grindr, obviously just you look at a face, you just go yes, no, right, left. If you're in such a small thing that you're looking for black men fisting, like, do you really need to sit there and even go through faces? They should just show you the other list of the 10 guys they're into black men fisting.
I was assuming that's what they did. They categorized you down, and then they...
Well, I guess I've never done categories before. I've just done the generic one of right, left. Because it's how it's supposed to work, technically how Tinder is supposed to work.
If you're into black men fisting for love, like that tells me you're not into panooses in your butt anymore because...
It's not going to do the job.
It's not going to do the job.
Well, I'm saying because technically how Tinder is supposed to work is like, I'm going right on all these people, and it's not even supposed to be a match unless a girl or guy, depending on whatever, also saw your name and was going and hit right. It's supposed to be we both hit right, now you're a match. Because Tinder is not just like, you can't message girls until you're a match, or guys. So that's my point. Like, if it's like black men fisting, like, man, do you have to really still go through the...
I'm surmising
they're
that
probably more open, right? Like that's done to protect women, I think.
Right.
You need to be a match,
absolutely.
Where it's like, you're a dude, I'm a dude, we can take care of ourselves.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right.
Because it's not, there's a lot of I notice, on a lot of dating apps, they'll say like, not looking for one night stand or just if you're just swipe away if you're looking for sex.
Right.
I think on Grindr it's pretty safe to say right.
I mean.
Do we do dinner and a movie, or do we just
Please.
just pop in with Red Ball gag harness?
Do I wear pants to your apartment? I mean,
Probably not. You don't have to.
Right.
Or
You
some
don't have to.
sweats, some loose
Dude,
sweats.
I mean, if I'm sitting there, it's like, oh God, tonight is Black Men Love Fisting. He's gonna be here soon, and then I'd be praying that fucking Webster or Arnold shows up. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want Shaq at my door.
Great point.
You know what I
You
mean?
do though if you're into black men fisting.
Really? I mean, I don't know. Boy,
By definition,
okay.
fisting means that you're looking for something more than just.
There's a couple more details in here that I found interesting. So, following the encounter, the men get involved. I mean, screaming match basically over the date's Panoose size.
Screaming.
And events.
Well, it's got to be very disappointing.
I
E.
know. I'm
Yeah.
Get
sure.
yourself all worked up, ready to go. Get that knock on the door, and then
like,
get a little
wah,
micro penis.
wah. Ugh, this guy's like fucking 5-incher. Stinks. So, the events soon took a shockingly dark turn. The victim
Really?
alleged
Is it that
his-
shocking?
his grinder date began to strangle him and demanded cash. Now, at this point, the victim is like he initially thought, "Ooh, the robbery is part of a role play act being executed by his date." As he's being choked out and robbed,
Oh my god!
he's like, "Ooh, we're role playing now."
so hot.
Yeah. And then soon after, he's like, "Hold on a minute, wait a minute."
This seems too real.
I'm being dragged into a,
Rutabaga.
He's legitimately taking money out of my wallet.
He's got a Red Ball gag harness set in his mouth. He can't rutabaga. So he realized finally, he's like, wait a minute, I think I'm actually being robbed. And
Yeah.
then he's dragged into a closet. Robber takes off with the cash, $3,000, takes $3,000. He's unable to scream for help. I
Without even
screamed,
the
but
common
nobody heard me.
decency of a reach around.
No.
Wow.
Well, they had their encounter. So I don't know if they got to fisting yet. I don't know if he fisted his,
It's unclear.
It's very unclear. But, he saw the Panoose, and then it was like, ugh, bummer.
Man,
Yeah. So, of course, he's being choked out.
he's like,
Oh, we're role playing now. I see. God, give me your motherfucking money, motherfucker. Ooh, do it louder,
hot.
big boy.
jeez.
Fucking Red Ball gags him, and
That's creative.
so if anyone's out there, oh, by the way, police removed latex gloves, a dildo, a leash, and a sex swing from the scene as evidence. So I don't know what kind of fluids were flung about.
Oh, I can imagine.
Latex gloves, we'll take those. A dildo. Imagine how big and veiny and black that fucker was. A leash. A leash. Ooh, I'm being whipped now. And a sex swing. This guy's apartment. I mean, let's assume it's not a four-bedroom apartment. It's probably a studio apartment, and so prominently
The bed on the
He
floor.
doesn't have a baby grand prominently in the corner.
No.
He's got a swing.
He's got a futon and a swing.
What do these people do all day? What do they do all? Like they go to jobs and just knowing that they got the sex swing, and I'm not, is this his whole
right.
day?
It's
Is
the thing, man, where sex is like that big a part of your life.
Yeah.
Holy shit, man.
I don't know how that works, but
I've actually
know.
stopped using Tinder because honestly,
For that reason?
No, because of the
But
reason.
just-
It's just more and more. I've started to realize, dude, there's no reason it couldn't just be a guy. Just post a picture of a girl.
Yeah.
Come over. I just more.
well, you could say that with anything.
I
That's, what do they
know.
call that? Fishing?
Catfish.
Catfish.
I know.
I mean, you can get catfish on anything.
I
dude,
know,
on
but that's my
Facebook,
point.
anywhere.
I know, but I mean, I think there's things that are a little more and more.
But you've gone on Tinder dates before.
Not really.
Never?
I mean, no, I went a few. There's been a few, and I
But
know
you never got
discussed on-
catfished, right? You never got. Like,
Well, remember if you remember, I had
Dude,
that time
he-
on this show.
Yes,
where I went
absolutely.
Where I went over to that girl's house, and then we just kind of she was way more
huge.
yes, way less attractive than I thought she was going to be.
Yeah.
It was
And we ended
spread,
up kind of just laying on the bed for an hour, and then I said I had to go, and so I just left.
Did you tell her how much
But
you despised fat people?
No, I did not. But even that time, I remember even that time thinking I'm walking up some apartment in Novi
Yeah.
or something. I'm like, what?
What am I
Yeah.
walking
Man,
into?
who am I-
The
this-
boner is strong on this
This
one.
this happens a lot where people, and this happens a lot on Grindr, unfortunately, where the set
a
up
robbery
profile.
setup.
Yeah, some guy shows up and gets his ass handed
Yeah.
to him, not in the way he wanted, but in a beatdown way, and
I'll
then
s-
gets his phone stolen, his car, his money, whatever.
Not in the beat down way he wanted.
no, not at all.
You follow
Not
me.
even close. Yeah, totally.
I would say even when you say that could happen anywhere, I haven't stopped. Okay, I've kind of stopped Tinder. I don't really do other dating apps. I have not, based on our $119,000 dude story, I haven't stopped trying to hit on girls at the bar for one night stands. But I have more
for one night stands.
Well, no, whatever. But I am more and more like I've had nights now where I've been like I've just gone to the bar and sat there and like maybe if something somehow happened I might like engage in it. But like I'm more and more starting to be like, dude, if I'm even at a hotel, I'm gonna some girl's gonna go home with me. You know what I mean? So
Well,
what
not
do
with
I got
that
in my
attitude.
well, no, but like, what do I fucking got in my room that they could be stolen? And
Yeah.
it's just more
Things have happened.
Yeah,
New
it's
Year's
like,
Eve a couple of years ago.
It's a
I
risk he's
know.
got to be willing to take, though. You can't be worried. Do you really have any valuables in your room that you'd be worried about?
Look, I'm just saying that even though I haven't fully stopped the bar per se hitting on people, some of these social media things I have, and in real life I'm starting to think more about like, dude, what's really gonna, fuck, man, there could be a lot of bad shit that can happen going down like that.
Well, if you're roaming around New York City, be on the lookout. There's a bolo out. We're looking for a guy.
oh boy, here we
Probably
go.
in his 30s with a goatee. He's wearing a white T-shirt and black sweatpants.
Right.
Oh.
That's in New York, you say.
In New
you want to
York,
draw
yeah.
a picture up on this one or
how
no?
many? Well, how many Metro New York? Like 8 million on the island alone,
Easily found.
Give or take.
give or take, something like that, maybe more. So yeah, goatee, white T-shirt, and black sweatpants.
I will keep that in mind.
Dude, when you mentioned New York, but I was in the mall for some reason yesterday. And
Hurry
like,
up, because I want to get to this other story before we do email.
Okay, well, I was in the mall yesterday, and there was fucking, those like the pillars and they'll have advertisements on them sometimes. There was like advertisements for like Pride Month, but specifically
got
to
it.
New York. Like literally for NYC, and it's like, yeah, we celebrated all, yes, it's Pride Month, but
That's
but
for
in New York,
a local mall here.
yeah, I was in freaking 12 Oaks.
Wow,
And
that's
they're
weird.
Wait, and they're
Yeah.
so like New York is going. That's cute. You guys are doing June, but we love gays.
Yeah, but
all
I mean,
year.
they're like kind of saying like, hey, come to New York. Hey, it's Pride Month. We're celebrating New York, but also remember we're cool with it 365. But it's like the Novi Mall,
Dude,
and
New
there's
York
like,
is losing population like crazy.
Oh fuck yeah, they are. So is LA.
they're-
Are they really?
Yeah,
I didn't
so
know
they're
that.
trying to hook people in.
shit, I'm
to come
trying
to
to
New
move. I
York.
want to move there. Thank God. Great.
Their taxes are just outrageous, dude.
Is that what's happening?
Oh yeah, any of those big cities with the
So that's
taxes
an
are just-
outreach
Okay,
for
shit.
residents, maybe.
and nice. I don't like that insinuation. Like, oh, by the way, wink, wink, we're cool with you being gay 365. Oh, really? Like we're not. Like
I know.
Like,
I meant
be
the
careful
Novi
in Michigan. People are really cool during the month of June, but after that,
We are a red state, Mike.
Yeah,
Some guy
right,
walking around the
right.
fucking Novi Mall was like, I have had a fucking few incidents lately. Maybe I
Yeah.
should go to New York.
Yeah, off to Manhattan for me. Good luck, sir. So I mentioned this this guy working at the hotel. He's 26, and there's some sort of family thing going on, maybe a wedding where a bunch of people are coming to town to stay at this place. It's a Holiday Inn Express in Austin, Texas. And Craig Brooks is working there. He's a black gentleman, 26 years old. And he filmed himself, and it's gone viral, of course. A racist guest called him a fucking N-word, and it says, like, she calls to book a room for the night, but before hanging up, it's like she's muttering, like, man, we've run into that before. You hear someone say something off
Oh, absolutely,
off
absolutely.
phone, and yeah, fucking, and he hears it, and he's like, ooh, okay. And so then she pops in to get her room 10 minutes later, and he's like, well, you got the video there, E. We can watch it.
Lets her have it, huh?
And, well, he's very calm. He's getting a lot of credit for this because he's very calm. And I find it hilarious. She's like, because she's apologizing, and then like, I'm having a really bad day.
Oh my God.
And it's like, oh, well, in that case, by all means.
Wow.
Sorry, here. You ready?
Yeah.
But you called me
Well, I
fucking.
need to stay here. My mother died.
I understand that, but you called me a fucking.
I'm sorry.
You weren't sorry when you said it on the
I
phone.
was. Listen, there was
No,
people screaming.
but
at
at the end of the day, and the
to
climate that we live in today's
I said
society,
I was sorry.
I understand that, but it's above me now.
I need a room tonight.
Well,
It's like
this
she
the
could have
best
called him a
restaurant next
homo
door.
too.
Oh, please let me hear. My daughter's here.
I'm
Sorry.
but,
Fucking homo
I was
with
on
that.
the phone when you said it.
I said I'm sorry. Please, I've had a horrible day
And I had a
today.
horrible time when hearing that.
He won't let me
Great
in.
point.
It's above me. She
You
called
won't
me a
let me
fucking.
in. Why?
Sir, my grandma just
I
died.
understand that, but it's above me.
Please let me.
It's above me. Sorry.
I got my
The
credit
best
card.
restaurant is next door.
Sir, the rest of our family
I
is
understand
here.
that, but it's above me.
It's above me.
Please. I
She
apologize.
said what she said.
I understand that.
I understand.
She's very...
She's very sorry.
That's awesome, man.
She's very, very sorry.
Good for them.
Hashtag it's above me was trending like crazy. Hashtag it's above me. She could have called him a fucking homo, too. That was over the line, Jay.
Well, I just felt
It was the elephant in the room, the very, very pink elephant in the room. But it didn't need to be said.
Well,
Everyone picked up when he's going, call me a fucking nigger, you did.
You did.
And it's like Austin, of all places, Austin, Texas.
Yeah.
Can you get more liberal than Austin, Texas? This is South by Southwest.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, Mr. Brooks actually said he was extremely shocked by the racial slur. This is the first time I can remember I've been called a racial slur. That's how, he's like, Austin is so liberal. I don't deal with stuff like that. Amazes me people still think like that. So she ended up grabbing her little bag of
I wish
shit,
I knew what she
and
said.
She went to the Best Western.
Like how she said it. No, I don't. Because clearly she did, by the way, because she's apologizing. So clearly she said it, but I just wonder what happened. Like she didn't hang up, and she was like, yeah, some N-word on,
She said, she was like, okay, well, I'll be there in 10 minutes. And he was like, fine, whatever. He said maybe he was short with her, and she's like, fucking nigger, and hangs up the phone.
Okay.
But he heard it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
He heard it.
Okay.
And that's why when she walked in, he was waiting for it. And he was just like, stay calm. You just stay calm. And you just let her know you're not going to stand it. Because it's shocking, he could have easily gotten a manager involved and everything else.
Yeah.
And then
now he's handling it on his own.
He's handling it on his own.
Sweet.
And he's going to say it 15 times. Fucking N-word. And it's like,
you called me.
Fuck. Well, that's how I felt when you called me a fucking and it's like, oof. Because he said, you called me an effing N. I wouldn't have had the punch, the power. And sir, she's had a really bad day. She's had a rough. Our grandma died. It's like, well,
I've had some bad days.
Probably.
It's never occurred to me
Can you
to
imagine
lash out with the N-word.
If that was the thing that we did, it was like, well, Jay's grandma did die,
So,
and he's given one free pass. We all know the rules. Hello.
You know how it is.
If you can't look at some guy and go, fucking, and when your grandma dies, I mean, when can you? What kind of civilized society we think we're living in?
It's bizarre.
Sir, she's had a bad
Either
day.
way, I mean, I don't know totally the situation. I know sometimes people can die, whatever, but like, our whole family's here. Why is she calling ahead? Like, why not just go on your phone? Like, who would not even want to call anyway? Why wouldn't you want to just make the reservation?
Dude, I call hotels all the time.
You?
I don't want to dick with going through their stuff.
Okay. Yeah.
It's just easier. And plus, sometimes you get better deals when you talk to
Yeah,
people.
absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
You get the real skinny.
I don't know why she's calling 10 minutes out. It seems like, but
just
whatever.
get there.
Yeah, she seems like a lovely woman,
Sure.
As soon as I walked in, he went, I heard you call me a fuck, and I would have been like, oh, cool, see you later.
God,
you heard that.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah. Seriously.
Hopefully they got some rooms at the Best Western.
How are you going to argue your way around that, honestly?
Don't. As soon as he said it, I'd been like, yo, my bad, out. Yeah. Do we have
What it's
an email?
worth, sorry, but I get it.
We do have some email. Before we get to that, if you've suffered a traumatic accident or injury, boy, do we have someone for you to call. Don't call the billboard or TV attorneys. Your first call should be to Ogden Legal Triage. Ogden Legal Triage will find you the right personal injury attorney for your case at no cost to you. They will negotiate the best price and save you time, money, and hassle. Who better to find you a lawyer but a lawyer? Ogden Legal Triage. For more information, go to firstcalldetroit.com. Hopefully you've had some death and destruction in your family, and you'll give Bill a call.
We can all pray for that.
Yeah.
Yep.
We do, because he's got to pay that goddamn Hamlin bill.
Absolutely.
Shit, that tab he picked
It's a
up.
tall one. It's a tall one.
Hey, if you want to write in the show, send us your thoughts to email at detroitcast.com. Sean writes in concerning the spelling bee. We were discussing that the other day. Gentlemen, you say that the spelling bee ran out of hard words, and that's why they had to have that stupid rundown, three final words to 8 kids, and they all got them right, and there were 8 winners.
Yeah.
Do you think these kids are so advanced you could have thrown them such an easy word, it could have tripped them up? Maybe, Maybe they're like savants like that. Like they say Albert Einstein couldn't tie his shoes. He was just operating on a different level, but just practical, common sense shit he couldn't do. And you wonder if these kids, you throw them like, shoelace, huh? Oof. Or potato, huh?
Potato.
That tripped up our fine vice president.
That's true. Well, I would say, I know artists like that are savant-like creative minds and have no fucking right brain function at all.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Or no left brain function, I guess it would be. They don't.
I thought it was left was artistic, but maybe I'm wrong.
I think it's right.
I don't know.
I think right brain is artistic and left is
The Bing machine will answer it.
Yeah, it will. Anyway, but I know guys like that, and they can't fucking drive a car. They can't toast a piece of bread. You know what I mean? Like they're worthless in so many other aspects.
Yeah.
So maybe, but the only thing I would say about the spelling nerds, they're so dialed into what's the origin of the word. Like
Yeah.
they know
Yeah.
exactly why that letter is there based on it's French.
The
and,
etymology of it. Is that what is it? Entomology or etymology?
We did this
this
before.
one. Yeah, it's
I think
either
it's
bugs or words.
Etymology.
I believe
think it's
that's
etymology.
right. Yeah, no, they're so dug into that. You're right. Like it's Greek and it has a suffix and therefore.
Yes. Can
But
you use it in a sentence?
But I wonder, man, to Sean's point, if they're so prepared in that regard
Yeah.
that they throw them.
How funny would that
You
be
know?
in the
Window.
middle of the spelling bee?
Window.
Because I've had that happen to me before where I'm like, I forgot how to spell the.
Come on, man.
How do you spell the? I don't know how to spell the, and I can't bing it because I don't know how to spell it.
Right brain is a creative.
Right brain
Okay.
is creative.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's interesting. That's opposite of what I thought.
I know. It's opposite of what you would think, but yeah.
No, I don't know, Sean. That's an interesting thought, but they
Your
did.
word is plus. Plus.
Plus, there are two U's in that? Two S's?
1 plus 1 equals 2.
Yeah, but-
Pluse.
You're out, Habib. P.S. It sucks that the Champion League final wasn't the best game in the world, but phew, the Liverpoolians won some silverware. Yes, they did. Did you guys check into that at
No,
all?
I didn't.
Champions League final happened this weekend. It was Liverpool v Tottenham.
I saw some highlights on the Sports Center's
An
top 10
unfortunate
plays.
handball in the first minute gave Liverpool a PK. They went up 1-0 right off the bat, and then just kind of dug in and defended. Got a second goal to close it out. It was just a boring game. Yeah.
Is that the one with the diving header for a goal?
No.
No. I don't know what league that was. There's so many of them. But
Yeah. No, but it did have a streaker, a Russian model streaker.
Yeah.
Really? Do they
Yeah.
show them?
I did not see it, but I wasn't watching it super close. I was kind of in and out of the room.
Yeah.
But she was like a legit model. She was in
she was-
swimsuit
wait,
issue.
Wait, the streaker
SI.
was a model?
Yeah.
But
Oh,
she
wow.
was like wearing a thing for her boyfriend's prank group, right? That's
Jesus,
what
pull
you're
it
talking
up.
about?
Yeah, she's some Russian chick who, was
Russian.
advertising her boyfriend's business. But she went out in some skimpy swimwear.
If
Caught
you're
the
gonna
world's
streak,
attention.
fucking streak.
That's
Don't
kind of
bikini it. You
that's
know what I
kind of
mean?
what
Like,
the reaction was.
Yeah, if you're
Come
gonna do
on.
it, get them titties bouncing.
Get them out.
Yeah.
Get them out.
But I think. But
Do you
I think-
have to go vagine out too, or is it just if to be considered streaking?
But it wasn't really streaking. The point was a publicity stunt for her.
Did she storm the field and run across it?
I know, but that doesn't mean she said it was streaking. It was a publicity stunt.
Me, the guy, the security guard with the big
Laughing.
smile on his face, is like, I'm gonna grab that.
You just see boners popping up all over
Yeah.
the field. Remember we had that gross chick, the kissing bandit? Was that
Yes,
her name?
Morgana.
Was that her name,
Yeah.
Morgana?
Yes, she had those huge
Huge
tubes.
jugs, yeah. She would run out baseball fields.
Yeah.
That was her thing.
Grotesquely huge.
Yeah.
It was
Not
odd.
bad.
Strange. Odd.
Yeah.
Off-putting.
Yeah. See if you can find the kissing
The mammary
bandit.
glands on this chick were off-putting,
What was-
Yeah.
what
which
did you
is
say it was?
rare to say.
The kissing
The
bandit.
kissing
or-
bandit, I think.
Morgana.
Morgana.
Yeah, she's a chick in the 80s, and it was sort of like badge of honor for if she deemed you
Yeah.
as a sports person important enough to come out and
Steve
kiss.
Garvey at the
yeah.
plate, you know,
he'd be
Rod
standing there at the
Carew.
plate, and he'd be interrupted. He'd have to drop his bat as she
Yeah.
came out and kissed him. Look at
Yeah, look at that mess.
She honestly
Find
looks
video
like
of her.
Dog the
Find
Bounty
video.
Hunter's girl, you know?
Yeah. It's like, how about that? You know,
Dude.
and the announcers
Look
got
at
into
those
it. The crowd loved
things.
it. That's not no Tiger Stadium. Was
That
It
actually
is
does
Tiger
look- I was gonna
Stadium,
say, that
dude,
does
for
look-
sure.
Yeah.
That's the outfield fence at Tiger Stadium for sure.
I thought she was in like San Diego or something.
She
but-
traveled around. Yeah, she got around.
Here we go.
Here she comes. Oh, she does look like Dog's wife.
Yeah, look at those giant tits.
It's absurd.
She's looking for Cal Ripken.
Here she comes. What a funny, weird tradition, you know?
And then he
And
just
look at him.
does it,
He's
right.
fine with it. He's like, she's not going to blow me up or anything.
Yeah,
it's just,
yeah.
It's a fun little thing. Look at her
And
boobs
then,
go.
Like they must know she's in the house and like,
Yeah.
that's what we're gonna do this week. You're like, let's escort her out of here.
Cops just laughing.
Dude,
Oh.
can you imagine today if someone
my
tried to
God,
do that?
that would be-
Just be fucking pounded.
Well, I mean, you saw the model at the Champions League, and that was in Spain. It wasn't in the U.S., but she
Yeah.
got away with it, you know? Got across, didn't get beat up. But yeah, Sean, I feel you, dude, but good for your Liverpoolians. They did well. We'll save the rest for tomorrow, Mike.
All right, very good. Let's get out of here. Don't forget to go to the Russian 5 movie. Did I get that right? And register. We're going to do the drawing soon, now through Wednesday, June 12th. TheRussian5.com. Go there. And it's free. Register, and one lucky winner and a couple friends are going to come over and party with us. Do a screening with Darren and the producer and director, so it'll be a lot of fun. With that, we'll call it a day, and we'll see you guys tomorrow.
You've been listening to the Detroit Cast with your hosts, Mike and Jay. From all of us at Radio for One Studios, thank you for listening. And as always, thank you, Detroit.